Hey yo, Tavern Terra, welcome back to the show. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Click that bell button somewhere on this page. It's just somewhere, probably right here or right here. Wherever David decides to put it, that's where it is. But make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend that tells a friend, you know what I mean? And we're going to get it popping. Let's get into the show. You feel me? Let's go.
Yeah, good looking out, Dave. Yeah, ha, it's Flav, you heard? It's Flav. Check it, I had to get what I earned. It's my turn. Welcome to the show. It's Trenton's Tavern. Yeah, ha, that's how we doing it. Welcome to the show, y'all. Enjoy.
Get it popping. You feels me? Welcome back to the show, y'all. Yeah, me and my guy back with another one. Sorry about last episode. Y'all probably didn't like what we had to say on that episode. We was just giving you guys I was just telling y'all our opinion. That's all it was. Don't need to hate us. Just please continue to watch, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Don't hate us because of our takes on that last subject or whatever. But welcome back to the show. I think this is going to be episode 44. This is going to be episode 44. I see now that we have 472 subscribers.
Whoa.
So we are almost to the 500, dog.
Whoa.
It's like
The creep up.
yeah, it's coming, man. It's like not real for real. Because that's halfway to the mark. But yeah, man, welcome back to the show. This is Trenton's Tavern. We got a doozy for you today. I don't know if y'all gonna like what we gotta say today either. Well, probably the women won't. I don't know, because I really don't know what you have to say about this. So I want to hear like what you have to say about it too. So we just gonna skip all the nonsense. We're gonna jump right into it, and this is gonna be topic of the day. So, excuse me. First of all, a few weeks ago, I think, right?
Which one?
The game. What the game?
Game was
Like
his was
week.
2, 3. It's no more than 3 weeks.
All right, so it's a series of tweets, and I'm gonna read them verbatim. This is on the game's Twitter. So, damn, that shit that's strong. So, the first one said, "Maybe I'm old school, but my woman ain't paying one damn bill. Not rent, not mortgage, not a car note, not nails, hair, clothes, phone, or groceries. If you're taking..." What'd she say? What'd he say? "If you're taking care of home, cooking, and fucking the shit out of me, life on me, period." Okay, first of all, I'm not listening to no grown man that's saying period. That's just me. But, because every time I see it, all I can see is a chick like, period. Like, and that's what I see when I hear guys say it too. Unless you're arguing with me and I can hear it, and you be like, period, point blank. Like, you gotta put point blank on there. You just can't say period, you know what I mean? So that's number one. Anything he has to say from this point forward is null and void, because he started off with period, right? So the second one says, "Why she gotta pay half the rent? She giving you half the pussy or something? Niggas kill me. Since the beginning of time, real men have always taken care of shelter, providing, and protecting. And if you ain't got it, go get it." Cool. I'm not really mad at that, because he kind of speaking some truth in that second one. But then he just goes on and just start getting crazy. Like, if you're lucky enough to land an independent woman who works her ass off and still comes home to cook, clean, take care of the kids, and go crazy sexually, let her stack what she make in case y'all need it one day, and still handle everything as a man. Okay, that's a contradiction. That is a big ass contradiction. You just said Shorty you've been preaching so far that Shorty ain't gotta pay for nothing. She shouldn't pay for anything. Nothing. Not even her personal, like, not even her habits. You know what I mean? She shouldn't pay for anything. It's on you. But now you saying, if you get somebody lucky enough that if you lucky enough to get an independent woman that come and do everything that every man dreams of, you know what I mean? Like, let her stack it just in case y'all need it. She's not supposed to be paying for anything, but whatever. And then this last one, I was done after this one. This last one say, "Everybody different, but it just ain't in me to let a woman share share the worries of paying for anything. I feel good carrying the load, and I'm not changing. And then that was basically it for his tweets. And let me delete these shits out of my phone now, because I don't agree with that blasphemy. It's not really blasphemy, but anyways. Alright. So Red, I'll let you take the wheel on this one. I took the wheel last time, so I'll let you speak on it first, because you kind of called me on this one too and said you wanted to talk about it.
So, no, because first of all, let me tell you. See, that's why I don't want to go first, because you always do this. I start to talk.
No, listen.
You cut me off because you got it.
Because you know what I'm about to say.
Because you got shitty memory. Go ahead.
Not because I got shitty memory. I was just about to say, y'all know Red is about to give y'all some nonsense when he be like, so
it's not
every
nonsense.
single time just go back. I'm gonna have to go back and do a compilation of every time he said so and what he started talking about after that. Because he's always about to give y'all some nonsense. That's all I wanted to say. Now go ahead. You good now. Go ahead.
So no, I just, first of all, this is 2021. A lot of what he said in the 40s, 50s, 60s, hell, you can even say in the 70s, maybe even the 80s, somewhat relevant. In today's climate, with inflation of everything,
Yeah.
if you're a family man, let's say if it's you and a female, I ain't gonna go crazy, say y'all got 4 kids, you got, let's just say 2 kids, like, it's hard to run a household with just one income, unless your income is a certain amount.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I will give Game credit for, like if I've reached a certain point in life and have some financial backing like that, I don't have a problem with what he said. But to the regular average person, what he's talking about in some ways, I'm not saying it's impossible. It can be difficult based on whatever it is you bring in. Because let's be honest, let's just say the average American is somewhere between 45 and we'll say between $45,000 and $60,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a girl
like
married,
like that's a married income.
I don't care if they're married or they're just people people that are in a union.
Okay.
Together, you make it somewhere between $45,000 and $60,000. If it's you and her, let's say y'all got 3 kids, you making $60,000. Like, how far do you really think that's gonna go? And you have to make sure that you live really within your means.
It's not gonna take you far.
And I think in today's climate, like, if you are not making a certain amount, I think that's an unrealistic goal for certain people. That's just like me. I know what I make. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't come to me thinking I'm gonna pay everything and you chilling. Not right now. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I make. You need to go do something. We can put this shit together. Bill, go do whatever, and just roll that way. The reason why I have a problem with him saying it, nigga, you a millionaire,
Right.
You can do some things. You are afforded certain things that the average nigga can't even get to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for you to come out and say that, okay, yeah, that's easy for you to say that. Yeah. If I'm sitting on 7 figures, okay, you ain't gotta do nothing. You don't have to do nothing. But yeah, fuck me clean, and take care of the kids. That's different. And that's what annoys me with it, and it makes it even more annoying how I don't know why we have gotten into a culture where, like, anytime a celebrity says anything, especially with the black celebrities, anytime one of them say something, like, it's automatically it's gospel now. Because the way some of the women yuck that shit up, all the shit I seen posting, and I'm just looking at it like, this is part of the problem. Everything when it comes to relationships, to a degree, it has gotten so fucking materialized. It's like, what's even the point? It's like, what is really the point? Because then at a certain point you wonder, like, are you really with me because you like me, or are you with me because if you think, because of how you think I can upgrade your lifestyle.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. I don't know why we have gotten to a place to where we glorify any and everything that a celebrity says. Like I said, I don't have a problem. Like I said, if a person has, if they've got established to a certain point, and you know, if they can afford to do that, good for them. I agree with it in that aspect, and ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah.
But to the average working man who's just a good guy going out here doing his 9 to 5 every day, like, and I don't want to hear that shit. I had the nerve to see some people say, "What he needs to get a better job," like shit like that. Who cares as long as the motherfucker working?
Oh yeah, okay.
You know, like I don't understand where we got to a point when in any type of relationship, everything has become so. I don't know. It's like everything has become so monetized or materialistic. I don't understand how we have gotten to this place. I just don't. And then what makes it really irritating, especially some of the people, and I'm talking about my personal page, some of the shit I saw women post on my timeline. First of all, I'm a firm believer in this. You should never ask or expect anybody to do something for you that you can't do for yourself. And I think it's dumb as hell when a person, and this regardless of whether it's a man or a woman, because there are men that like to be lazy. Want a woman, you know, you got that mama's boy syndrome, whatever. But like, if you can't go get your own apartment, this, that, and the other, through, especially if it's through lack of effort, just because you ain't doing it, it's not nobody's job to do that for you. And it's unfair of you to ask somebody else to do that if you can't do. How the fuck somebody gonna take care of you? You can't take care of yourself, but you expect somebody to come fucking take care of you. That's the biggest bunch of dumb shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. It is. I can't do this, and this. So if you date me or try to date me, you gotta do it. Wait a minute, bitch, you can't do it. Why I gotta do it? Yeah, I'm just like, no. Don't ask somebody, like, anything you ask or expect anybody to do, you need to be able to do that yourself. And now there's a difference between somebody helping you achieve, and that, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying people shouldn't help. Because anybody with me, I'm gonna help do what I can. You know, and it's like I say, I may not always be able to give you exactly what you ask for, but I give you what I can, because sometimes what I can give you is all I got. And that's just the reality of the situation. But, you know, don't expect me to do some shit for you that you can't do, that you're not doing yourself, because you're not even trying or not even attempting to apply yourself. But, you know, I'm going to digress, because I could go on and on and on about this shit, and I'm going to start regurgitating shit I say. But the point is, I get tired of these millionaires trying to tell regular people how to live. I don't have access to the same shit you do.
That's a fact.
I don't. So I don't live in this fantasy land to where this, and that is gonna happen. Because at the end of the day, hey, I'm comfortable with my life. I don't need to do some of the shit that these celebrities do. But for Game needs to. And then I have another problem with this, only because there's part of me. How fucking relevant is Game, other than the shit he does with the online gaming shit? Because it ain't because of his music anymore.
That's one of my points, bro.
Like, he hasn't even, for a while, he was acting. I ain't seen a movie in a minute. Like, motherfucker, who thinking about you?
That's actually my first point.
I mean, so there's also part of me that wonders if this is a little. Did he put this out there just to put himself in the limelight, just to make himself relevant? Maybe get somebody to download some shit. Cause I know me personally, I haven't gave two thoughts about Game. You been thinking about Game?
Nah,
I ain't been thinking it like so.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
But that's basically it. Stop glorifying what these motherfuckers say.
When I first heard it, first of all, I didn't even know it. Like, I didn't even know that he had tweeted this, but I seen everybody reposting it, blah blah blah, and I'm like, what's the uproar or whatever? So get on there, see what he posted, and immediately, like I said, my first thought is like, fam, you're not even relevant. So now you got the girls on your team. You know what I mean? Like, all of the chicks is digging what you're saying. So you get mad reposts. You feel like you're relevant. Now, in a different world, he may be relevant where he is. You know what I mean? But in the rap game, as far as his celebrity or whatever, Game is not relevant whatsoever. I don't hear his name in anything. Not even stuff behind the scenes. Like there's people that have fell off that you know that they're still in the scene somehow. Like the one that surprised me all the time is Chameleonaire. Like he people seen him at a playoff game a few years ago. It was like, how can Chameleonaire afford front seat, like front courts at a?
Why you care?
You know what I mean? Not only why do you care, but he's into so much tech. Like that nigga, he not broke. He's invested in like 7 tech companies and receiving money from all of them. Like, but I don't hear none of that stuff about Game. Like, really, I don't. I actually forgot that Game was a rapper for real, because he ain't came out with nothing or whatever. But I'm saying that to say he just has not been relevant. So the first time I seen this, I'm like, oh, this nigga must be like in his feelings or something, because you know that's how Game be. He be in his feelings, but like that's relevant. He's irrelevant. So maybe he's just saying this as a publicity stunt. You know what I mean? Like to get his name back out there, just like what Red said. You know what I mean? Number 2, like you said, also is it's not even like I can't listen to a millionaire talk about what people should be doing with their money if they're not trying to help them with it. You know what I mean? Like if you're a millionaire, you've broke some codes of life, and you know what I mean, you found out how to become a millionaire. Not only how to become a millionaire, but how to also teach other people how to become millionaires or whatever the case may be. And you're willing to give people that's trying to come up in the same, trying to get to where you at. If you're willing us to give us game, you know what I mean, I can listen to you. But when you come on as a millionaire and you like, you know what I mean, yeah, I'm not letting my girl pay for nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, fam, everybody can't afford to not let their girl pay for nothing right now. You know what I mean? Even if we're all striving for that, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't thinking about nobody that was quote unquote average. Excuse me, when he said that, because in order for an average guy to have a wife or a girl, whatever, that's not gonna pay nothing, he's gonna have to work 2 or 3 jobs, and then that's gonna become an issue. Yeah, she ain't gotta pay for nothing, but I'm pretty sure you ain't got time for her because you work so much. You ain't got time for the kids, so she's probably at this point in her head messing with somebody else. You know what I mean? Because if y'all not having sex, you always tired, you always busy, she feels ignored, blah, blah, blah. It just leads down to a bad road. But that's for an average guy. That's not a millionaire or a rapper, a superstar. They didn't break the code of real estate. If they just not where they should be or where they want to be, you know what I mean? It's gonna be impossible. Just like Red said, for a guy, he said if that was a household, but if the guy had to take that over and he was making $60,000 to $80,000 a year, working 2 or 3 jobs, then comes the problem at home, because you're not spending that time at home, the quality time at home. That's just the way that I see it. You know what I mean? So that then becomes stuff that money can't buy. You know what I mean? Like, and then what? You've spent all your life or all of this, you know what I mean, time trying to work so your wife didn't have to do nothing. In the meantime, you fumbled the ball over here with her feelings and spending time with her and the kids and doing all of the, you know what I mean? You missing birthday parties, you missing first walks and first Halloween, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, you missing in pivotal points in your kid's life because you're working 3 jobs so that your kids and your wife can live a job or live a lifestyle that they want to live or whatever. Your wife don't have to pay for nothing. You know what I mean? Millionaires, which he forgot to say, like, most of these millionaires don't know how to balance both. That's why we see them going through so much, you know what I mean? Because millionaires never stop working, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna work to get there, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna get there, but I'm also in my head, I'm gonna keep in like, I'm gonna separate work from home, you know what I mean? But a lot of millionaires don't know how to do that. We come from nothing. That's just what happens. And so, with him saying that and thinking about that, my other thing with him was, how are you even saying this when you're on books? You're on books for not being good in relationships. Like you've lost every relationship that you've been in, whether they've been a girlfriend or whatever the case may be.
You had a TV show.
You know what I mean? You had a TV show, blood. Like, come on, dog. Like you're not good in relationships to even be saying that. You know what I mean? That's why it comes off as some simp shit. You know what I mean? Like you just talking out your ass because for whatever reason, probably was in your feelings. That's what you do, dog. I mean, but yeah, like I can't even. It's not like you've been with. You know what I mean? It's not like you've been married to one person or been with the same person your whole life. Like you, as far as we know, you trash at relationships. So that makes that makes it even more of you being a troll. And I don't know what made him say it. You know what I mean? Like maybe he was saying that to get some attention, and maybe a chick would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go mess with Game, so I ain't gotta pay nothing." Blah blah blah. I don't know why he said it. You know what I mean? It was baffling to me. But the last point that I have with this whole thing is kind of like he said as well. It's not that I have an issue with paying for everything. You know what I mean? Even if I have to work 3 jobs, whatever the case may be, or I just happen to hit it and we start making money, I'll become a millionaire, whatever the case may be. When you become a millionaire, your job doesn't get easier. You have to work more, you know what I mean, to maintain the money and stuff coming in. But as a regular Joe or average Joe, whatever the case may be, I will say I don't have a problem paying everything for my woman. You know what I mean? Like, but the thing is, you at least have to be able to match it. Like, I have to see that you just not no bum that just want to sit home and freeload off of a man. You have to be, you know what I mean? If you're just like he said, if you're a hardworking woman, you're independent, I know you don't mind working your ass off, but you know what I mean? Like, you meet me halfway in the middle. I don't mind paying for everything. Even as an average Joe, I'll do everything I can to please that woman. You know what I mean? But if you ain't got half and you ain't got the work ethic, you ain't got the ambition to go and get at least half and keep your half, yeah, we ain't got nothing to talk about here. Because that's one thing that my mom always told me. Like when I used to be able to go on trips, like field trips or like just trips with my friends or whatever the case may be. She always used to say when I go out to eat, whatever the case may be, like even if somebody's taking you out, make sure you got enough money in your pocket to cover yourself, because you never know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like always, it don't matter what the situation was. If you're going out to eat, don't go out to eat if you got $0 in your bank account or you got $5 in your bank account and y'all going out to eat somewhere. Because if they're treating you and you get out there, their car don't work or they forgot their wallet or something, you know what I mean? Like, then what? Like, then you're just gonna be lost. Like, you're just gonna be looking crazy. And I applied that to the rules of life. You know what I mean? So whatever I'm asking for a woman, I'm gonna make sure that I can do at least, if not more, at least the same thing. And I say that as far as emotions, commitment, all of that other stuff. You know what I mean? Not just money with me. I feel like, I make sure that I can bring everything as equal to the woman. You know what I mean? Now, when it comes to money, yes, I always gotta be covered. You know what I mean? Like, and this is something that I knew a while ago, but I just started taking it serious, like, in the last 5 years. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I used to be super reckless with money. You know what I mean? And it sounds funny for me to say that I finally got a savings account, but I got one. You know what I mean? And I just look at stuff differently. I can't be expecting stuff and I don't have at least equal to bring to the table. That's just cowardly of me, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm thinking into the future. Like, me and Red in 10 years or whatever the case may be, we won't be sitting in my living room doing this. We'll be on some production set or something, like with our own production set doing our thing. You know what I mean? But I also started thinking about that as well in the future, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, So that's the only reason I had, or those are the only reasons that I had a problem with what that goof was saying, because I don't know, it just came out of the blue, and he, like, it's just irresponsible. It's not as bad as Puff telling people to hold your vote, you know what I mean? But when he was saying that, but it's just trash, because I seen mad chicks reposting it. And I seen chicks like, yeah, my family would look at you crazy if we went to dinner and you let me pay. And it's like, okay, I'm not that type of nigga. If we go out around anybody, just me and you, whatever the case may be, like, well, if you treating me and it's just me and you, that's cool. I'll let you pay. If we out with a group of people, I'm not letting my girl pay for nothing. That's just out though. That's like, I'm not letting her pay for anything like crazy, you know what I mean? Like, if she want to go buy some snacks or her own shoes or something like that, like, yeah, do your thing. But as far as like paying for a meal or something, yeah, I don't think I would let nobody do that. But that's just me. I don't know. How you feel about publicly, like if y'all in groups? Because I feel like if you double dating or triple dating, whatever the case may be, I feel like it's always competition.
Yeah, I don't like double dating, because I feel like sometimes somebody's unnecessarily competing.
See,
with the other couple.
So you feel the same.
I don't like that. I don't like double dating.
Okay, so what about like what if it's not double dating? What if it's like her family? Like y'all go to like a family function.
Man, if we go out to eat, I don't care who, because I don't owe an explanation to them.
But you gonna let her pay?
She might look at me and say, "Babe, I want to pay."
You gonna let her?
Yeah. Why
not in front of her family, bro?
Nah, fuck all
if
that.
it's just
but no, they're right. People worry. Listen, you start dating somebody tomorrow.
It's not about her family though.
Let me know if you're gonna let me finish. I don't care what your reasoning is.
Oh.
I don't, because at the end of the day, no. You start dating somebody tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get serious. Just for sake of argument. Let's say you get serious. Let's say you propose. Let's say you propose.
How long is this?
Why does it matter?
That matters.
No, it doesn't. When you propose, you propose. That's irrelevant. Stop doing that. That really, if you propose, that means you put thought into it. This is what you want. You propose.
No, that's
your
not
mom.
True,
it actually is.
It's not true.
I know a person literally who knew his wife for 2 months, and it's 25 years they still together. So that kind of proof. People get hung up on the wrong shit sometimes, because whatever timing works for you.
I didn't say nothing.
But that's what you was alluding to.
What?
The fact that you had to ask that. Why does it matter? Why does it matter how long y'all been dating before you asked that question? For me to try to make my analogy.
Okay, how often do people get married in 2 months and it lasts? It's not often.
I don't know, and I don't care. It doesn't matter. All you need, something can happen. You can do something 100 times. You can do something 100 times and fucking fail 99 of them. Okay. Something only needs to work once for it to be a proven something. Is all I'm saying. My point I was trying to make. You proposed to this girl. Mm-hmm. Your mom. Your mother.
Okay, my mom.
Your mom says she don't like this girl. Don't marry her.
Okay.
Now, are you gonna tell your mother that she needs to respect your decision, or because at the end of the day, it is your life,
right.
And it is,
yeah.
Or are you gonna look at Shorty? Hey, we gotta call this off because my mama don't like it. And I don't want an explanation. It is a simple yes or no question. It really is.
You didn't say yes or no. You
said,
what am I gonna do?
You gonna marry? I'll rephrase. Are you gonna go ahead with your life, or you gonna dump her?
Right, that's complicated.
No, it's not.
You just want a yes or no.
Because
it's complicated.
No, bro. Because some stuff doesn't require an explanation. It doesn't matter who asks you. It doesn't. And the point I'm trying to make is if me and my girl out to dinner and her family's there, if she looks at me and say, "Babe, I want to pay," I'm gonna let her pay. Because everything's a trade-off. Everything is given. Truth be told, everything is give and take anyway.
Right.
It shouldn't matter.
Right.
I give a fuck less what her family thinks. If she does that in front of them, I can give a fuck less what you think or anybody else thinks about something like that. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is what me and her think.
You're all that matters to me.
Everybody else's perception is bullshit because that's your perception. That just is. I give two fucks.
Okay, what would you do in that situation you gave me?
What about the proposal?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I want to do. So if I didn't already propose to her, I want to marry, I'm gonna go ahead and get married. I'm gonna tell my mom, hey, appreciate your concern, but I'm grown. This is my life to live. Hey, if it works out or I fuck up, I have to live with that. But it's gonna be my decision. I'm not gonna do something just because this person doesn't like it. Because here's the thing, you might not even have a real reason. Might not even be nothing there. It could just be a simple thing of you not liking this person. I'm supposed to not choose to be with somebody because you don't like a motherfucker.
That's a little bit different than paying for something at dinner, though.
No, but it's the idea because you saying you wouldn't. I'm saying it shouldn't matter. Whatever works between you and a person, as long as it's good with y'all. Public perception or anything else shouldn't fucking matter.
No, that's a fact.
It shouldn't matter.
I agree with that, but it's not even, I wasn't even saying that for an argument. I was just saying, like, me personally, I just don't feel like, you know what I mean, like, if we out to dinner with people, like, I just don't feel like she need to worry about that. Now, again, because it's nobody's perception, I mean, it's nobody. It doesn't matter what people think or whatever the case may be. Yeah, if she wanted to pay, and you and her know what it is, yeah, boom, she could pay, whatever the case may be. But it's different when she's asking you, like she want to take you out to dinner or whatever the case may be. She's like, it's my treat, it's on me tonight, whatever. That's between you and her because that's in private. But when I know it don't matter. But at some point, sometimes somebody in your life is gonna matter, and with them seeing you let her pay for dinner, it's like that tells a lot about a man. And in some cases, it do.
How?
Because, bro, it just like it does. You gotta. I know situations. We can go ahead and move on from this because I'm not going to keep entertaining this. We're going to get to the point of repeating ourselves. Because that's still a perception thing. It is a perception.
Right, but it shouldn't, that's what I'm saying. Who the fuck cares?
No. Okay, I know. I'm with you. And who
the fuck cares?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just saying me personally. You know what I mean? And I'm with the reasons that I'm giving you is because, like I said, I talk to women or I know personal situations when this type of stuff did come up. Then it makes you look crazy it just makes you look crazy to other people as a man. But again, yeah, who cares? Depending on who you are, but some people are affected by other people being, you know what I mean? Like, some people are affected by that. For what other people think about them in their relationship or whatever the case may be.
They need to get thicker skin and learn how to say.
Everybody ain't built like that, though.
I ain't necessarily built like that, but I know when to tell a motherfucker to fuck off. It ain't your business.
Nah, because you are built like that.
No, I'm not.
Some people won't even.
No, you can give zero fucks and still not like be built tough. I am just at a point in my life to where I don't care. I don't. I mean,
But did you care back when you was 25 dating?
I was a hoe when I was 25, so I don't. I was in these streets.
You didn't have a real relationship back then?
No, I had several at the same time. That's what I'm saying. I was a whore in my. I was for the streets.
All right.
I was having fun. I was for the streets.
Okay.
It didn't ruin nothing. The game needs to shut the fuck up and worry about his. Worry about his fucking what's that shit he doing? He be on Twitch or whatever the fuck he is. Doing all that Madden online, being the number 1 rated game player in the world. Don't do that.
That's funny as hell.
Make another, make another album I can stream. You haven't got. When's the last? This last one, hold on. Let me pull it up. The next topic, in case y'all were wondering.
Yeah, sorry about that. The little weird cut or whatever y'all see in this point.
Fucking the simp of the century, Steve Harvey.
Me and Red is over here. We fired up now. We feel good right now, right? So, all right, we just got off that gang bullshit, right? So, the simp of the year. I don't even know. Actually, I won't say of the year because this is actually an old clip. And everybody, most of y'all probably heard this by now, but Steve Harvey said he was on a show or a podcast or something, and he said there is no way that a female and a male can be friends because every chance that the male gets, he's going to try to sneak in, or he's just waiting for that one moment for you to be down and out, and then he's going to try to pop his way in. So that's the conversation that me and Red was just having. We kind of got personal. So, that's probably why that part won't be in there. But anyways, now we have something to discuss because he thinks that it can go both ways. It's like a half and half thing. I say mine isn't half and half. Mine is more yes than it is no. But the only reason I say that is because I have like situations that I would give Steve to ask, like, well, what about this situation? So with me, the one thing he did say, I'm not gonna lie. Now he said, if you made it clear, I think he said, if you made it clear that y'all were only gonna be friends, he just continued to be friends with you because he's waiting for that opening to open up or whatever the case may be, right? Is it something like that? Is that what he said? So, I'll say this as far as that point. If you go into a situation where you are attracted to the girl at first, you know what I mean? Like, and your whole intentions was to be with this person, and then she comes to you and lets you know, like, nah, this ain't gonna work for me. Like, I love you to death, you know what I mean? Like, you my friend, you my man, you my mans, or whatever the case may be. Like, and she tell you that, like, nah, this is just what it's gonna be. And you decide to stay just because of the in the back of your mind, you like, there might be a little bit of point in time where she see the type of person I am, blah, blah, blah. If something happened, I don't know, 10 years down the road, you know what I mean? It might happen, just like brown sugar, right? It's brown sugar.
That's a bad example.
It's not a bad example. They grew up together. That's a great example.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, bro.
That example proves his point, though.
No, it don't prove his point.
How don't it?
That's not proof.
How don't it?
Listen, because
I mean, they still went on and lived their lives,
but both of them ended up getting married to other people. And
it didn't work because they were literally stuck on each other.
But that's what I just said, though, because
which proves his point.
No, listen.
Go ahead. Let me know it's my turn. Go ahead.
He was saying, unless you made it known that y'all wasn't that. They never made it known. They just kept going in opposite directions of each other, like because they grew up together or whatever the case may be, right? It's not the same thing, bro. To me, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Okay.
All right, to me, right? Mm-hmm. So, in that case, I don't know. It's just not the same thing. I think that situation was a little different, but whatever. I have a lot of female friends that I literally don't want nothing to do with. It's sexually, mentally, emotionally, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, no attraction to them whatsoever. Not to say, like, I mean, my female friends are all pretty. So, like, if I was another person in another lifetime and I seen them, I would talk to them, absolutely. But because I know them for who I know them for, you know what I mean? I don't want nothing to do with them emotionally, physically, sexually, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, so I do say that, but there's different cases. There's different cases when, you know what I mean? It was that one person that you wanted, and you like, yeah. That's the problem though, that the conversation you and I were having. when you start getting to know somebody as a friend, you know what I mean, and you see the type of person, you see the type of woman that they are, and you just start being attracted to them for that reason, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's still like, yeah, it's still like, you know what I mean? Like, that's my friend, but if I had the chance, I would like to know what that's like, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that you can't be friends with females though. Because some females I don't see in that light. Like, some females really is just like, oh, that's my dog. Like, whatever the case may be. And then he didn't take into account if it's like, what if it's like a family member's girlfriend or something and y'all really good friends? Like, what if me and Shay were really good friends, which is David's wife? You know what I mean? Like, or whatever the case may be. Like, she's still a female. Just because she in my family don't mean nothing. I know situations where people have bone family members and stuff. You feel me? But yeah, nah, not that. That's I don't know. What you think? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Are you done?
I think so. Until you start talking.
So, I'm gonna be a realist. I'm half and half on this one, because in some ways what he said is the truth. You know, it's actually funny. The first person who actually say this was years ago. That's why it's a funny thing about Steve Harvey. When you listen to some of his shit, he steals a lot of people's material. Anyway. Chris Rock actually did a joke years ago, I think before any of us even fucking heard of Steve Harvey. He talked about guys being in the friend zone. He said the average guy, the joke, I'm paraphrasing, but he said the average guy that's friends with a woman or best friends with a woman is because he was trying to fuck and took a wrong turn somewhere. That was basically how the joke ended.
Okay.
To a degree, that is true. That is. I can't sit here as a man and say that it's not. What I disagree with is the fact that he said it can't happen at all.
At all, yeah.
That is the part I have a problem with, because I know people who have done it. I used to have a female best friend. Me and her had a falling out. We don't really talk anymore, but the one I had, we never slept together. We never went on any dates. It's like he said, for whatever reason, I never looked at her that way. And as far as I know, she never looked at me that way. Like even when we was in school, there wasn't even like one of them bullshit like recess kisses or nothing. Like literally nothing happened. So I think for him to generalize it in that way is a bunch of bullshit. Now, there are some that prove what he said, that he's right. And like I said, I know some cats that are friends with some women. And if certain females really gave him a shot, yeah, they gonna do it. So he's right in that aspect. But to say that two people of the opposite sex cannot have a best friend relationship, I don't agree with that. Mm-hmm. And I think he's speaking to the root of something a little deeper, because now there are so I had a conversation about this with a friend of mine. She said, and her words were that if she met a guy and liked him, and if she found out he had a female best friend, that she wouldn't deal with him no more. Flat out.
See, that's one of the questions I was asking.
Now, in her defense, she has her own personal reasons on why she wouldn't. And she said the only way that she said it would take a lot for her to really have to deal with something like that.
Did she give you the reasons why?
I'm not gonna say them on because some fucked up shit.
Okay,
some fucked up shit happened to her. I just put it like that. But
okay, you don't have to say them. Is one of the reasons why her and whoever she trusted, him and the female friend was involved?
Yeah.
Okay, that's basically.
Just like I said, yeah,
that's the only reason for anybody.
Like she has so that's what I say. Like she has a valid reason, but in her mind it's valid. It don't matter whether we agree with it or not. In her mind it's valid.
No, it actually might have been a valid reason. I don't know,
but
the story.
Like she said, in order for her to deal with something like that, it would take a lot. She she would have to see certain things to believe that it is strictly platonic, and I understood that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes sense, and then she brought up another good point because she said she's the type of person to where, if you start living with somebody or you marry somebody, technically that person should be your best friend, and she's right to a degree.
If you're married to somebody,
if you start you start building a relationship with somebody, and it goes into marriage, then yeah,
eventually they do become your best friend, though, right? Or at least they should
for some.
For some, yeah.
For some.
Eventually, I would think so.
Yeah, for some. So, but I mean, I just think, I don't know. It's a touchy situation only because people are going to look at it different. And then, like I said, if there is that natural, like, I don't know, fear is not the right word. I don't know what word I'm looking for here, but there is that natural thing, especially if you're dealing with somebody and you know that they have a sexual past. That does put a new wrinkle to things.
Okay. So here's my thing with this. Like, again, this is something else that's subjective. It's a case by case situation. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just how I see it, because you have some men and women that are going to be cool with, you know what I mean, you having a best friend of the opposite sex. The problem becomes, to me, when, you know what I mean, like, I guess if you and your friend, let's just say this, right? You and your friend, your female friend or male friend, whatever, y'all, when y'all was younger or back in the day, way before y'all met whoever you're currently with, right? If y'all was sexually involved or y'all was so cool and so young at the, you know what I mean, at the time where y'all was just like, all right, let's try to give this a try. But then y'all try to give it a try, it don't work out. You know what I mean? And both of y'all just sit back and laugh at it like, yo, that's crazy that we did that, but I'm glad we did, so we know the real purpose in life for us. We both best friends, whatever, for the rest of our lives, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case may be, boom. So then you get with somebody, and then later on down the road, you know what I mean, like, you meet somebody, and like you said, you go to marry this person or propose to this person, whatever the case may be, and then they start asking questions about your best friend. Like, 10 years down, like, if this was 10 years ago or 15 years ago, like, do you think that should be a determining factor for you not to be a friend anymore? Like, for them to put that type of pressure on you, like, it's either you or them, because now they don't feel whatever about themselves, or they feel some type of way about that other person, even though you didn't tell them in the first place, and they've been around, and y'all are no longer active with what y'all was doing. Like, you
see, so I don't think you necessarily. I don't know if there's really a right answer to that. Only because this is a totally different situation, but something we talked about off camera. Like, you can be friends with somebody for a long time and outgrow them, so to speak. Not because you necessarily have a falling out, just sometimes, life just moves you in different directions.
We talking friends?
Yeah.
We talking about still being friends?
I'm talking about, like, even a best friend. Sometimes you can be a best friend with somebody and in ways, like, grow apart or just go separate ways. And the friendship might seem like it's dead. It's just... Sometimes life takes you certain places.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I don't.
So I'm saying y'all tried it when 20 years ago when y'all was younger. You meet somebody 20 years later, you know what I mean? You introduce this person as your best friend. But then you go to propose and blah, blah, blah. And shorty like, I've always wanted to ask you, but I never did. Like, have you and so-and-so ever been involved? And you like, yeah, we was involved 20 years ago, straight when we was coming out of high school, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? We was friends before, thought that we would give it a try. You know what I mean? Like, and boom, we figured out that we just better off being best friends. At that point, for your fiance or whoever to be like, well, that's not who you introduced me to first, like as that person first. So now you got to make a decision between me and whoever. She got that. That's nonsense to me.
It is and it's not, and this is why. And I think this will be one of the parts you edited out, but we can put back in. But that scenario you just gave, that's why I said I believe in full transparency.
But you're not just gonna say that off rip though to her. If you're introducing that person.
No, I would have said it. Me personally, I would have probably told her either right before the introduction was officially made or like right after the next day. Because of the scenario you just brought up, which proves my point. Because once you tell them about that friendship, about that friendship with the opposite sex,
it was 20 years ago.
But no, you're missing my point. That's not it. That's irrelevant. What I was saying was that eventually they're going to ask. They always ask.
That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. Eventually they're going to ask. I look at it and like I said, this is just me. Yeah. I'm not telling you what you said was wrong. I'm saying this is just me.
Right.
I believe in putting it all out there and giving her that choice. Because, like, you're not going to come back on me and be like, you didn't tell me everything. Because in my mind, it's like, no, I told you everything. You chose to still do this. So in that way, you should really be over it by now.
Facts. Depending on
but that's why I said I believe in the full transparency aspect of it, because like I said, eventually you're going to get asked. So you're going to get asked. You're going to get asked. It might be the next day. It might be a year from that day. Like you said, it could be it could be the day you decide to propose, and they want to be like, well, wait a minute. It's going to come up.
Again, this is all case by case.
And that is also true.
Everything we talk about is all case by case, because I know I had a situation where, like I was telling you, one of my ex-girlfriends, you know what I mean, they had tried the thing with their best friend. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't like when I first met him, my first thought wasn't, yo, did y'all sleep together? Because she had two best friends. She had two male best friends.
That's fine, but naturally you're going to think it. Eventually it's going to creep in there.
Yeah, because it's always like, how did you become best friends with this person?
Right.
So yeah, like everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody is going to ask, you know what I mean? Like, who is this chick? You kind of have to know how the origin story of your friendships happen. Guy or female, you know what I mean? Whether it's guy and guy or female, whatever the guy and female, whatever the case may be. Like, that's just a part of learning somebody in a relationship. Because right now, if I was to get with somebody, and I mean that don't know you, they're gonna be like, how the hell you and Red best friends? Or how did y'all become friends?
It's different.
So it's not different with us. It's not different with us.
We both dudes.
I know, but still, my point is, she's still gonna ask regardless of how. Like,
yeah, but she's not gonna be worried about no sexual aspect.
How do you know that,
nigga? If she,
hey, Red,
I fucking hate you right now.
Red, how do you know that?
I hate
you don't know that, bro. You don't know that.
I hate you right now.
Because listen, it's a lot of us out here, not us. I'm sorry. It's a lot of guys out here that are straight up on the down low. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard people call into the radio stations and be like, listen, my boyfriend has been best friends with this guy since we met. I've always been suspect about him. I went in his phone last night and he texted him like he me. You know, I've heard females say this on the Breakfast Club a lot, bro. So nowadays, you just don't know. You just don't know. And they see that you here in my house every week. You know what I mean? Like, people can have whatever type of weird thoughts that they have. You just never know. And maybe she got cheated on in her relationship with a guy to a guy. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? You never know.
But I think it's like you said, it's a
all of this shit is subjective.
It's a case by case. There are some people who say what he said is bullshit. There are other people who will agree with it. Like, I just think I think it really just honestly depends, and I do think that sometimes the history does play into fact with it.
I got a question for you.
Especially if they have a sexual past.
That's the only. So you saying that's the only time you should tell them if y'all were sexually involved?
No, if you have, I feel like if you're dating somebody and you have a best friend of the opposite sex, you're first of all, because they're the opposite sex, they're obligated to meet anyway, sooner or later. But if you have a sexual past with that person, it can come into play. I think the only time that maybe it doesn't come into play, like let's say y'all like in the one example, if it was 20 years ago, let's say y'all was each other's prom date. You know, for some people, prom it goes down for whatever reason. Y'all were each other's prom dates. Y'all did what everybody else was doing. Y'all might have woke up the next day like, okay, we don't need to ever do this shit again. Whatever.
That's what I said.
Like a one-off might be different.
You still gotta tell her though.
You do. I'm saying a one-off probably doesn't get as scrutinized as much because you could take you could take that same scenario.
Well, she's not believing you when you say y'all did it one time.
Why not? People
Women are not believing that.
No, she might, especially if she's done it herself. She might. Well, it's just like men ain't believing some shit either. It's not synonymous to just one fucking gender.
Exactly. That's why I ain't saying nothing.
But the sexual history does come into play. And it can be a mitigating factor, you know, depending on what that history is. It could be.
I think it only should be if y'all are still active.
Well, I have a problem with this statement. And again, here we are, as a society, holding on to this sort of. I'm not knocking anything Steve has done. The man has made himself. He's worth over $100 million. Hey, the man has did his thing. Kudos to that nigga. Here's what I have a problem with. Let's break this down point by point. My nigga, been married 3 times. For those of y'all who don't know that, right here.
Well, this is the problem that we have with Game's point.
Well, Game ain't never even been married, first of all.
Exactly. So with him saying what he's saying, it's like you talking about a real man, and you're not even living that quote unquote real.
But that's why I didn't call Game a simp. Game.
No, he's simping a little bit to get attention. Because
to me that don't make him a simp. That just makes him attention. But this shit with Steve Harvey, that's some simp shit to me. And just let me finish, and then you can take over. You've been married 3 times. One wife, supposedly, there was some abuse there. That's why you lost your book deal with Oprah. Because that shit came out and Oprah said she wasn't fucking with you. Then you had the second wife, which you kind of dogged in the media, this, that, and the other. Supposedly you took the son away from her. Not to mention the third wife, correct me if I'm wrong, the third wife started off as your side piece. Mm-hmm. Nigga! Who are you to tell me anything? And fourth, the most important reason, and I didn't want to go there because technically that's not his biological kid. Your daughter out here on these streets looking like a hoe.
That's what I was going to say.
Now, I got no problem with a person being young and free and doing what they want to do. But the way she's doing it, nigga.
Yeah, that's what I was
She doing it like she going to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
And I don't know where all of a sudden she got celebrity status just because you're her stepfather. She has done nothing to make her a celebrity. Don't get me wrong. She's a gorgeous young lady. She is. I ain't saying she ain't pretty. But she making herself look like she for everybody with a certain type of wallet.
Yeah.
We know she was with Future. There was a rumor about her fucking around with Diddy. Wasn't it Diddy and Diddy's son? Fucking around with both of them.
Yeah.
And now
she dated one of them earlier and then dated Diddy later on.
Now you're over here with
See, that was my whole point with this stuff. And again,
again, like I said, we need to stop glorifying. We've talked about this before, probably like 15 episodes ago. No, because I can't remember what came up. It's like, I don't understand sometimes when celebrities say shit.
Mm-hmm.
I get sometimes on certain things why it holds weight, but I don't understand why when it comes to other shit, like we literally glorify everything they say like they fucking Jesus. Because at the end of the day, like I'm being, the only difference between me and a person like Steve Harvey or Game or some other people that are or a Future or a Lil Wayne, they millionaires.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. They still dudes. They still dudes that have regular problems. Now, can they handle and deal with their problems a little bit better because of their bank account? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking that. But they still fucking dudes.
Yeah.
You take away that money, they just some regular niggas driving a forklift or working at Walmart, or the dude, they working at Tuffy, or maybe in the prosecutor's office. They could be your local fireman, whatever. They regular fucking dudes. They just happen to have some money. Why is everything glorified what they say it? But I just find it funny for him to say it again. Like, nigga, with your relationship status, yeah, you're saying, yeah. What he should have said is, this is why I can't have a female best friend, because that's how I got this one, because I might end up fucking her. Yeah. That's what he should have said. Because the one he got now was a side piece, and that's the other reason he probably feel this way, because, I mean, let's just put it out there. Yeah, he got this money. And his wife, she's not an ugly woman, but, his wife is still only in her 40s.
Listen.
Steve, he's like 20 years.
Listen.
So let's put that out there too.
My whole thing is when celebrities say something, because we know how they live, right? I immediately go to what everybody's not thinking about. And people were saying this, I heard this on the Breakfast Club. They had people calling in. Some people was like, I completely agree. Based off of one decision. Not even one decision. One situation that happened. That's why they were saying, oh, I agree, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. But my problem is, Steve got all of this, he has all of this advice for men, and he wants to give us think like a man
for women,
yeah, giving them whatever advice that they think they have for us or they need for us. And the thing is, it's like, all right, not only like he said, is this your third marriage? So fam, you ain't got it all together. And two, your daughter out here moving the exact opposite of everything you preaching. So how do you not take care of home, but you want to give all the secrets away for what women should be looking at men for, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
I had a problem with the book.
You didn't have a problem with the book?
Have you actually ever read it? I'm going to tell you why.
Act like a woman, think like a man?
I'm going to tell you why.
It's trash. It's not trash. No, it's not trash.
You have to look. You're not going to see it through my lens because you don't have kids. You don't have daughters.
Okay. So
in that aspect, a lot of people, when he wrote that book, the
movie was good though.
No, it is. But they looked at it like he was trying to sell dudes out. Maybe because I'm looking at it as a father.
Mm-hmm. So you
because I read the book, and some of the shit in there that I saw, I'm glad I saw it because it would help me better to explain certain things to my daughters about boys. It's not like he there were men who looked at the book like
so that was topic of the day. Last final words is Red said to Game, shut up and make an album.
Make it out or do some movies, nigga.
And Steve Harvey,
just shut up.
Yeah, you just gotta be quiet, bro. Like you just gotta
like the tutorial shit is one thing. I can live with that. But when it comes to overall what you need to do in a marriage, yeah, I'm gonna need, bro. Yeah,
you gotta relax. You're not really,
truth be told, you only
really
you're only getting away with some of the shit you do.
All right, so we're gonna move on over to Cheers. Thank you guys again. Thank you for tuning in. Continue to like, comment, share, subscribe. Like I said before in the beginning of the show, we are now at 272. So I'm about 30 something, not even. I'm about 28 something subscribers away from meeting my 500 goal. I said I wanted
to say 472 because you said 272 just now.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Play that.
I said 2.
You said 272.
I said 4.
No, nigga. You said 272.
Whatever. I'm close.
That is not close, nigga.
I'm close to the halfway mark, and I appreciate all of the subscribers and everything to this point. So we're just gonna cheers her out, say goodbye. Do you have something to cheers?
Nope, not doing it.
Yes, you are, bro. Just take
you
a shot
lost
of
the
that.
bet.
Nah, I took my shot already.
You took your shot of what?
That.
When?
I'll rewind it and show you.
Yeah, do that, because I don't think you did it.
I did it. Word to my mom, I did it.
It's nasty shit.
It's not nasty. It's just warm now.
It's nasty. That's all I'm doing.
Yuck. Yeah.
Good. Don't ever buy this again.
Nah, it's good.
You actually like this?
It's not bad.
Really?
It's just warm now. But whatever. We saying cheers to y'all. Thank you guys. We love y'all. We'll see y'all on the next go round. You feel me? We out.
Thank you for calling Play Beats. Please hold.